The cold wind gnawed through my worn coat as I stepped out of the sleek black car, my gaze fixed on the towering glass building before me. This wasn't just any building, it was the heart of everything I had built. Harrison and Company. 40 years ago, I had started this construction firm in a dusty garage with nothing but a borrowed drill and a stubborn dream. Now, it was under the control of my son, Michael. The sign still bore our family name, but the warmth, respect, and sense of purpose that once filled these walls had long vanished, replaced by the rigid, calculated world of corporate ambition, personified by his wife, Samantha. That morning, I had only planned a quiet visit. I hadn't seen Michael in months. He was always buried in meetings, absorbed in schedules, numbers, and deadlines. I simply wanted to see him. "Let's drop by," I told my driver. "Maybe I can surprise them." Little did I know the surprise would be mine. When I entered the lobby, the receptionist glanced up, anxiety flickering across her face. "Good morning, sir. How can I help you?" "I'm here to see Michael Harrison," I said with a smile. "Tell him his father has arrived." Her eyes widened slightly as she made a call. Moments later, Samantha emerged from the elevator, her heels clicking sharply on the marble floor. Her designer suit and polished smile could fool anyone except me. "Mr. Harrison," she said, her voice sharp. "What are you doing here?" "Visiting my son," I replied calmly. "Is that a problem?" Her smile vanished. "Michael's in a meeting. You can't just walk in without an appointment. You'll have to leave." Her words stung, but I stayed rooted. "I'm his father," I said softly. "Not a client." Her voice snapped like glass. "Get out. You can't just barge in here." The lobby went silent. Staff froze, their eyes on the scene. I stood there, hands gripping my old hat, the same one I had worn when I built this company from scratch. Then James, head of security, stepped forward, pale-faced. "Ma'am, you might want to lower your voice. That man is Arthur Harrison, the founder of this company." RCO. Color drained from her face. Even though I had handed day-to-day operations to Michael, I had never formally stepped down. I still controlled the company. Trusting my son to lead had seemed wise, but trust is fragile. "I didn't realize," she stammered. "It's all right," I said quietly. "You didn't know. But the staff will remember this." I walked past her toward the elevator. "Tell Michael his father is here." Entering my old office felt like stepping into a time capsule. Dust floated in the sunlight and everything was as I had left it. My desk, my chair, family photos, though they had been moved. My late wife's picture was tucked away in a drawer. I pulled it out and whispered, "Looks like our boy has lost his way a bit." 15 minutes later, Michael appeared, tie crooked, face flushed. "Dad, what are you doing here? You can't just visit my own son," I interrupted gently. "Walk into the company I built from the ground up." He rubbed his temples. "You know how it is now. Samantha handles most of the operations, we have schedules, investors, systems, there's no time for family." I shook my head. "Modern doesn't mean heartless. Running a company isn't the same as running a battlefield." He looked ashamed, silent. "I didn't know she treated you like that." "You see it now," I said. "And it's time we fix it." The next morning, I called a board meeting. Michael, Samantha, and the top executives were all present. The air was thick with tension. Before we began, I spoke. "Let me tell you a story. 40 years ago, I started this company in a garage with nothing but hope and determination. I named it after my son because I wanted it to be his legacy. But lately, I don't recognize it. Fear has replaced respect, arrogance has replaced integrity. That ends today." I turned to Samantha. "You are talented, I'll give you that. But success isn't built on yelling or power. It's built on trust, loyalty, and family." She looked down, silent. Then I addressed the board. "Effective immediately, I will resume an active role as CEO for 6 months. We will rebuild the culture together and remind everyone, family included, what Harrison and Company truly stands for." The board murmured, stunned. Michael stared, speechless. In the following weeks, I returned to the office daily, greeting employees by name, asking after their families, reminding them that they mattered. Slowly, the atmosphere transformed. Smiles returned. Productivity soared. One day, Michael entered my office, eyes glistening. "Dad, thank you. I forgot what this place was about." Samantha had stepped back from operations, realizing her mistakes. I placed a hand on my son's shoulder. "Everyone loses their way sometimes. What matters is finding the road back." He nodded. "You really are the best CEO this company has ever had." I chuckled. "Perhaps. But I'll pass the torch again once I know you're ready to carry it, with heart. As I walked out that day, employees who had once watched me being yelled at now greeted me with smiles and respect. I looked up at the glass towers reflecting the golden sunset and whispered to myself, not bad, for an old man who was told to get out.